around the world. Kerry is on the spot for an attempt to recruit quote-unquote academic failures. I find that such a hard word. No, it's such a harsh word, like academic failure.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
Laws are laws, standards are standards, right?
Yes, and as we look at the headline, it reads, Kerry allowed D candidates into flawed job interviews. Sometimes they don't look at grades, but qualifications are qualifications. So the Kenya Revenue Authority interviewed academic failures for revenue service assistant positions. It failed last year in what was exposed. It actually has exposed more weaknesses in the exercise that has since been quashed by the High Court for being unconstitutional.
I've realized, my thing is the word academic failure. Perhaps just they interviewed people who are not qualified for the jobs.
Underqualified.
Yeah, as per the stipulations. The minimum qualifications were a D plus in the KCSE examinations and to be at least under 35 years of age. But it's noted by the Auditor General Nancy Gathungu that minimum requirements were kind of ignored for at least 69 candidates for the first and second round of the interviews, where people with below the D plus were interviewed.
Yeah, we're looking at a situation whereby this is a sensitive office and they were given the hard task by at least the government to raise an additional 344 billion. We did not hit the threshold on collection, but of course we are looking at a situation whereby if qualifications are anything to go by, then it seems that there are very few offices in this land that can definitely just stand up and say, you know what, I feel like if you want to go towards the right path, we'll definitely have an easy ride if we get the qualified people. Auditor General Nancy Gathungu has single-handedly helped us understand what's going on in this country when it comes to matters budgeting and just getting to understand allocation. The fair and unfair nature of it has been exposed by the Office of the General.
True. Also, the ability to audit our national reports is something very, very, our national spending is something very important, given the fact that we were to, just the other day, President Ruto said, let's form a committee to audit our national debt, but the Auditor General had already done that. And the good work continues, but the High Court had also, in March, nullified the hiring of 1,406
1,406
personnel on the grounds that it was unconstitutional because the recruitment exercise was skewed in favor of candidates from the Kikuyu and Kalenjin communities. I think hiring for any public offices requires that the people you hire be representative of the nation, so no single community can have, more representation than others, which is something we've seen in so many government offices anyway. It's usually whoever is in power, then that kind of trickles down into representation in government offices, which is unfortunate.